Marketing is changing, and so are the ways the customers buy things and interact with brands and businesses. And this is why inbound marketing, as opposed to outbound marketing, is more powerful today than it's ever been before. So in this episode, I'm going to be breaking down exactly what is inbound marketing and how you can use it to grow your brand and build your business. Let's get to it. Hey there, my name is Erhart, marketing strategist, and welcome to the channel, the #1 place to learn proven marketing strategies. So if you're new here, you may want to consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you never miss a future episode. Here's the deal. Marketing is important. The most important, actually. After all, it's marketing's job to help you reach new people and then attract them and then turn them into happy, loyal, paying customers. But here's the thing about those customers. Well, they've seen it all, which means they're skeptical and jaded. And they don't trust businesses quite like they used to.
Now, there's the Snuggie, the blanket that has sleeves. The Snuggie keeps you totally warm and gives you the freedom to use your hands.
Well, aside from having seen some pretty sketchy stuff, customers today also have all the power because they have all of the information they need available at just the click of the button. And essentially, they've become more knowledgeable and more empowered than even the salespeople that are normally there to serve them. So what should you do? Give up on marketing altogether and start trolling Twitter like Wendy's? Wendy's. No, the safer, much more respectable, although slightly less hilarious alternative is to approach your marketing strategy from a completely different direction and take a more inbound marketing approach rather than the traditional outbound marketing approach. So let's take a look at what that means now. Outbound marketing is what most people think of when they think of marketing. These are things like online advertising, like Facebook ads, Instagram ads, YouTube ads, as well as offline and traditional ads like TV ads and radio ads. Basically all the ads. Essentially, if your marketing involves interrupting someone and forcing them to look at your stuff whether they want to see it or not, well, that's outbound marketing. By its very nature, outbound marketing tends to be, and also needs to be, a little more pushy and a little more salesy and a little more aggressive. It needs to be this way because outbound marketing is kind of a form of direct response marketing where we're putting an ad or we're putting a message out to the world and directly in front of our market, and we're expecting them to take action, ideally as soon as possible, so that we can recoup some of our costs and essentially return a positive return on investment, or ROI. For this reason, outbound marketing needs to be a little more aggressive and needs to be a little more pushy so we can make our money back. And here's the thing, outbound marketing works. And it works really well when done right, but it's not the only way, which leads us perfectly to inbound marketing. If we define outbound marketing as marketing that interrupts someone and puts our marketing in front of them whether they want to see it or not, well then, we can safely say that inbound marketing is the opposite. Seth Godin calls it permission marketing, and this perfectly sums it up. Inbound marketing is marketing that your customers have asked for, or are seeking out, or at the very least, is marketing that doesn't directly interrupt them. From a marketing perspective, this is a very, very powerful shift in perspective. And the reason it's such a powerful shift in perspective is because it makes your marketing look and sound and feel like it's not really marketing at all. You see, the beauty of inbound marketing is it makes your customer feel served rather than sold. This in turn lowers their guard and makes them far more likely and far more open to hearing what you have to sell, and also makes them far more likely to actually buy something. Back when I used to do magic as a kid, yes, fun fact, I used to be a professional child magician. Anyway, back in the day when I used to work as a magician, I would use the power of suggestion to get a member of the audience to pick a certain card or basically choose whatever I wanted them to. Now the audience member thought that they were choosing the card based on their own free will, but this is what made the trick so much more fun and so much more exciting. After all, if I chased them down on the street, shoved a random card in their face, and then told them exactly what it was, it wouldn't have the same effect. And I'd probably get arrested. And that's what inbound marketing is all about. Not the getting arrested part, but the creating something awesome that ultimately draws them in. Something that educates or entertains, or both. And ultimately something that inspires them to take action, and really to do it on their own free will. Inbound marketing, at least from a customer's perspective, feels more natural and feels more authentic. Now the reality is that inbound marketing is no less strategic and no less planned and no less coordinated than outbound marketing. But again, from the customer's perspective, it looks and feels more natural. This is because with inbound marketing, your customer, well, they'll seek out and they'll find your content and your marketing and your message rather than you going out there, finding them and shoving it down their throats. Here's something really cool to help drive this point home. This video you're watching right now is the perfect example of inbound marketing. I didn't run ads to it. I didn't interrupt you on your morning commute or chase you down the street with a phone and force you to watch it. And other than an email that I may or may not send to my list, every view that this video gets will be your own decision, whether to watch it, whether to not, whether to click the like button, or whether to not, whether to subscribe, or whether to not. You get the picture. But here's another incredibly important point. Inbound marketing does not mean no marketing. In fact, it could be argued that inbound marketing will take just as much, if not more effort than outbound marketing. This is because not only do you have to create compelling and engaging and valuable and human-driven content, but you also have to do it in a way that isn't overly salesy or pushy or spammy or sleazy or anything like that. You basically have to do all of this marketing, but wrap it up in a package that doesn't look or feel like marketing. You see, still using this video as an example, I did my best to make sure that it was useful and helpful and relevant and educational and maybe even a little entertaining. I did keyword research ahead of time to make sure that there was sufficient demand for the title that I'm talking about, and I made sure to title it appropriately as well as design a thumbnail that would give it the highest likelihood of success and of getting clicked. Plus, after nearly a decade of doing SEO or search engine optimization, well, I have a pretty good handle on how to optimize content to be found and to rank higher in the search rankings, of which YouTube is a search engine. So whether you choose inbound marketing or outbound marketing, you really can't go too wrong. Both of them work. But the key thing that really makes them work and that ties them all together isn't the inbound or the outbound nature of the marketing, but rather the core fundamentals and key marketing principles and strategies behind these that really make them effective. And this is why the next thing you're going to want to do is check out the video I have linked up right here on Introduction to Marketing. So make sure to check that out now, and I'll see you in the next episode. Marketing is a major business function that's made up of a bunch of other parts, one of which, of course, is advertising. But there's also a ton others like PR, market research,